Hello people of all faces, my name is Mr. Binoculars and welcome back to another installment of 365 movies. Today we're going to talk about John Wick. Released in 2014, John Wick marks our comeback from previously lackluster actor Keanu Reeves. Before this film, he was only good in The Matrix, but everything else he wasn't particularly good in. I haven't seen his movies, but from the score on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and a few clips from some of the movies, I can definitely see why. Anyway, is John Wick really the movie that Keanu did the comic from, or is it another generic action movie? The short answer is yes, but it isn't the greatest movie in the world. We're getting to why in a minute. So what's the story? John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves, is a retired hitman who put his killing days behind him so he can be with his wife. But destiny doesn't want it that way, so the wife dies of some sort of illness. This is all before the movie starts. A few days later, he gets a puppy named Daisy sent to him on his doorstep as a final gift from his wife. He gets attached to her because it was his wife's final gift after all. The next day, he gets out in his very nice car to get some dog food. But not before he fuels his car at a gas station where he meets a group of Russian guys. One of them, named Joseph, played by Alfie Allen, talks to Wick about the car and thinks it's very nice. He offers to buy this car, but John refuses. This angers Joseph. Sometime during the night, John gets woken up by his dog and he thinks that she wants to go out. So he gets out of bed and let Daisy out. But he gets ambushed by the same group of people that he met on the gas station on his way down the stairs. They're after the car, and Daisy is making a lot of noise because she's worried about her new owner. She makes so much noise, so they decide to kill the dog to shut her up. Then they steal his car. John wakes up early the next day, staring right at the dead dog who has been dragged all the way from where she was killed and to John's face. This angers John, so he finds his old guns and goes on a killing spree to get to Joseph because he killed his dog and stole his car. There's one thing to know, and that is you don't fuck with John Wick. I can safely say that this movie is definitely a hell of a comeback for Keanu Reeves, but it's not exactly the masterpiece. But it's still very, very good. The action is fantastic, the acting is great, and the writing is amazing. The humor and directing is also pretty good. I like that everyone he meets either knows him and stays out of it, or tries to kill him. I like the way that everyone looks at him with a blind eye, even the cops. It's not exactly humor, but it's still funny. The music choice in this movie is perfect. I can't show the scenes where they play them, but trust me when I say it's fucking perfect. I recommend this movie because it's a very good action flick with a very decent story. I feel for this character. We all do. Even though not everyone has lost a dog in their life, at least not yet, they can still relate to the sinking feeling that somebody has killed your dog. We all understand his anger, even though we haven't experienced something like this. All I know is that I would have the same reaction. I would feel the same if somebody killed my dog. All of that is mostly done with Reeves' acting, but also because of the good writing. The universe is strange, but it feels so real. This is the type of movie that we all want to be real. As I said, it's not the greatest, but it's not supposed to be either. It is supposed to be a small movie, but it feels so grand. And the impact it had was also grand. Not just for Keanu Reeves, but for everyone that was in this movie and everyone who watched it. I have seen the other two movies, but I don't really remember how good they were, but I remember that they were good. If you haven't already, check this movie out. It is really, really worth it.